sought running his PhD degree that he just received through a DHL from the Atlanta University, International University in the United States. Councillor Johnson, the press.
Okay, thank you very much, distinguished members of the press and our Liberian people, especially the Liberian community, and as well as those in the area of the academia, and our street jurors, in other words. Some time ago, there was this propaganda when I was involved in the Nimba County elections. After that, we have won the case from the level of NEC, and the case went to the Supreme Court. There was a digressionary tactic employed that I could get distracted while the case was scheduled to be argued at the level of the Supreme Court. And a propaganda campaign was instigated by a group of individuals who felt that it was a means to distract me in the process of the fight, the legal fight regarding the Nima's election. And one of the strategies that they employed was to go on Facebook and the social media using proxy fighters to question that my degree that earned the PhD, which the publicity is up to now on the internet, watched by millions all over the world, to question that I did not graduate from the AIU. I did not receive a doctoral degree in legal studies from the AIU. And more besides, that the AIU does not exist. And that the PhD that was conferred on me on the 21st of February is a fake PhD. The reason I appeared first, I appeared and had a conference on it, where more than 1, 2, 3 radio stations were present or on the social media to respond, was not a response as a debate to the individuals that were involved. But it was because of the credibility and the integrity that I have built over the years in the world of academia, and the thousands of students that I have taught, I have made, who are in both Europe and America, who have gotten degrees and have gotten their academic foundation from my teaching and my intellectual wherewithal. So that compelled me at the time to appear. And I said, and I produced the evidence that the AIU exists, that it is certificated by the ASRC, which the ASRC that is in the Great Britain, which is an international organization responsible to accredit institutions of higher learning all over the world. That institution, ASRC, is a member of the institution what we call Cllr, which is the accrediting institution that recognizes accrediting institutions in America. And it's a member of that institution, the accreditation of higher education. The institution that recognizes commissions in America that can accredit universities in America. The ASRC is a member on that particular institution. And when we provided all of the information at the level of the radio stations that we talked to. But it is important today for us to come forward at a particular point in time to show that indeed the AIU exists, that the AIU is in Honolulu, and that the AIU, I graduated from there, I entered AIU in 2014, and I'm doing this on the basis for history and records. So today, based on the tracking, my school communicated with me that they have posted through DHL the copy of my degree, and that I should use the tracking number, and as soon as it reaches in Liberia to the destination, I will be informed because I'll be using the tracking. So I went this morning, which I will be posting also, to receive the DHL express copy, the express posting to me from the Atlantic International University from Honolulu, sending the copy of my degree, Doctor of Philosophy in Legal Studies. I decided not to open this until you people I can invite the press in order for me to open it in the presence of the press. First, you will see expressed worldwide, DOXDHL, from Atlantic International University, Cllr, 4Q, 900 4th Street Mall, Suite number 410, 96813, Honolulu, Hawaii, United States of America. 2. Arthur T. Johnson, Parker Corner, Broadview City, Montserrat County, with the number. So let me try to. I'm not the only person in Liberia that have been communicated. Most of all the Liberians who graduated, they gone time, have been informed, have been given a copy of their credentials. This is the envelope. It's only Arthur T. Johnson. I'm going to open it. Here it is. Okay, there is another envelope. And the back on it, you see my name, Arthur T. Johnson again. Okay. So let me see what in it is. This is the original copy of my ledger. From the Atlantic International University. This is the apostle in the compliance of the Hague Convention. Any authentic document from any country leaving a particular nation to another nation that to testify that it is legitimate and true and authentic and it is true by oath of affirmation. This is it, the apostle. And this apostle was obtained in the office of the Lieutenant Governor, State Capital Honolulu, Hawaii. So you can see it. That is the apostle. Any document to leave any nation, you must have an apostle that must be certified, respected internationally. There must be an apostle. If AIU does not exist and it is fake, the state will never grant an apostle. This shows that indeed, I speak with evidence as a legal practitioner. So if you remember sometimes I said, I would like to wait for my soup to get cold before I drink it. This is the statement of the office of the registrar of the Atlantic International University. Listen. And you'll see all of the authentic documents here. This is the Notary Public State of Hawaii under the apostle. Therefore, sometimes we can call it in Liberia Notary Public, but this is more above. This is the apostle. It is the internationally recognized procedure under the Hague Convention that any authentic document that must be used internationally must be what? Apostle by the state that that institution comes from. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the main reason I've invited you, to tell you that I'm not a fake and I can never be a fake. I went to this school. I attended, you can access the document. I went to this school from 2014. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I hold an opinion to the people of Liberia, to my students in the world of academia that I have trained and who stood by me and said that Arthur Johnson is not the person that you people are talking about, but there was a propagandistic approach used to disrespect me. I graduated with clarity. So for me, as a legal practitioner, I don't just talk. People ran around and said the school was not recognized by the state. But you see, Apostle, this is the certificate of good standing by the state every year. This is for 3 years. The state of Honolulu recognizing the AIU to operate, and after that you go back. Just a minute, gentlemen, please. Here is a certificate of accreditation of the Atlantic International University by the ASRC. This is an institution that internationally accredits universities and institutions all over the world. The ASRC, let me talk about it a little bit. I will give you the documents, all of the evidence. The ASRC is a member of Cllr, International Quality Group in the USA. Let me say that again. The ASRC that accredited the AIU is a member of Cllr, International Quality Group in the USA. No, this Cllr is the one that recognizes accrediting bodies in the USA. Let me say that again. ASRC is a member of the organization in America that can recognize accrediting institutions in America. So for example, if a university is operating in America, there is an accrediting institution, right? An institution accredits that university. But that institution that can accredit the university, there is another umbrella body that can recognize it first before you accredit. ASRC is a member of that organization which we call Cllr. I will give you all the evidence. So thank you for coming. In this country, the politics of Liberia is taking a dangerous trend. The politics of Liberia have been commingled with hatred, envy, and destructive criticism. This country has been characterized with cruel mentality. So it has become a norm in our society that politics, disrespect, and rudeness is a success in politics. And we're taking the wrong trend in this country. Thank you for coming. I have nothing further to do, but only I wanted to make sure that you have the evidence. I'm going to photocopy them and give you copy.
So, Councillor Johnson, just before we take leave for you, all your accounts that you have just made coupled with this evidence, it is that you are seeking apology from those who have been saying that you obtained an alleged fake degree from AIU?
I don't need their apology. In this country, to be successful politically, some of the reasons some people believe the young children are coming out, they think that you must be disrespectful. So I don't need an apology. I leave them with their conscience, with their God. No, but I have a reputation to protect, and I refuse to speak further after that conference until my credentials are here.
From your account,
my gown will soon be here. And next thing, I'd like to thank all of those that supported and stood in the way of public opinion to defend my moral integrity, because they know for 22 years in the academic world, I have been training people here. I trained criminal justice practitioners for 22 years as a professor of criminal justice. I'm not a joker. I'm not a joker.
Councillor
And I will never be one.
Councillor Johnson, finally from my end, it appears that your critics account against you in connection to your degree. It appears that you have been troubled. I mean, you have been troubled by it for the past months.
No, I have not been troubled. In a gullible society like Liberia, where people don't read, only a few persons read. Let me get you one instance. How many journalists even tried to say they wanted to go and do the investigation? There was only one guy who did it. There was one Julius guy who tried to say, let me take the step, and he wrote the school, the institution. This institution recognized that ASRC is accredited, is an institution that is recognized that accredits people. Our people don't read. So somebody can just go take fake things. Anybody can go on the internet and type. So when you Google anything, you can capture a reference. You don't hold that as authority. You don't. You write the institution. But let me ask you one question. The great United States of America, you want to operate a fake school in America with fraud, and you operate without going to jail and arrested by the FBI? You go on the website from 2015, you will see all of the graduations of the AIU online. You will see my name. They call it my name. You will see my photos. But because of this propagandistic behavior we have in our body politics of Liberia, and we need to grow beyond it. You know, we're way behind. Toby, we are way behind in this country. People just think the whole world now is on the net. The whole world. In fact, what would they say again? Because in May 20, this coming Thursday, I'll be receiving my Master's of Law degree, the conference of my Master of Law degree from Temple University.
In what?
In legal studies. Sorry, they carry me now because trial advocacy, advanced litigation and trial advocacy. Temple Law School in Philadelphia. It is the world and America's #1 university when it comes to trial advocacy. It is rated #1 2021 this year by America's News. They have rated that school as #1. So if I'm graduating again, say, oh, it's fake. People got to grow beyond this. We need to grow beyond this. People graduating with 3-4 masters at the same time. Not because we're in darkness in this country. Somebody say, oh, in fact, how can you do PhD? Although I did not do PhD without supporting my master's degree document. But I tell you something. At John Jay College, let me give you one example. And we talk here like people say, people who don't read. At John Jay College of Criminal Justice, America's premier university when it comes to criminal justice science, where I get some of my students that I recommended, in fact, I attended there, doing double masters. That is America's #1 university when it comes to criminal justice. Do you know that you can have a bachelor degree in criminal justice and enroll in the PhD program at John Jay College? I have the records, I have the evidence. So we have to open our mind and read. The world has gone far. People just sit down in the morning, less busy, and they just take things, they chew it, and they run with it.
Councillor Johnson, you people, Councillor Johnson, you people are many that went at this at school that we're talking about. Why do you think they only function only you alone?
Because I won the Lima case, and it was a political sensitive case. So they cannot distract me, and they know they can't do that. They know they can't do that. There's a seal. Look at how prestigious it is. With the seal. You see it straight, you know. So I just want to say, this is only to show that, yeah, in fact, what they did, my school did for me, is that they gave me additional copies of the ledger. Okay? This is the same ledger I used to enroll in my doctoral degree program, my second PhD program at Wharton University in criminal justice. The same ledger in the United States. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate respect. I'd like to thank all of you for coming and for giving me the audience. And so thank you so much.